Look at that. Okay, remember last year when I had a beard? Well, here's the thing, it's coming back, but this time it's for a good cause. It's No Shave November, and we're teaming up with UW Health and the Carbone Cancer Center to raise awareness and money for prostate cancer awareness. Here's a look at why this is so important and why we need your help. Well, Dr. Gerard, thank you for being on with us.
Yeah, it's a real pleasure to be here. I'm looking forward to seeing your facial hair this upcoming month.
I know. I have a lot of work to do. It's hopefully by the end of the month it's full and we do some good. But yeah, we're trying to do a lot of good for a very serious topic, prostate cancer, and we're addressing men's health. You know, how significant is it that people understand that, one, this is treatable, but if you don't catch it early, it can have some bad outcomes?
Yes, there's been a lot of confusion regarding the detection of prostate cancer, screening for it. It affects about 1 in 8 men in the United States. And as you mentioned, it is very treatable if caught early. I think another important thing to realize is that not all prostate cancer needs to be treated. That often we can watch these smaller, low-grade cancers and just without necessarily having to undergo any intervention. But really the important thing is detection early.
Yeah. How do you know if something's going wrong then?
It's really asymptomatic. Prostate cancer is a disease of aging. The prostate was really constructed for reproduction, not meant necessarily to sit around for 40, 50 years. Yeah.
Yeah. And so it's I think men have kind of there's a perception that I don't need to go to the doctor. I'm tough. I'm not going to need any treatment or care. But that can get people into a lot of trouble. Are we hoping to kind of erase that stigma or that perception?
Yes, I think there is this tough guy attitude that we see. And I can't tell you the number of times it's actually men that come in because of a spouse or a significant other that drags them in. And it's not only just prostate cancer screening, but it's also blood pressure, cholesterol, and other health care it's important.
Well, and some of the work that the Carbone Cancer Center is doing is, trying to find new options for people. We have some new things that are coming down the pipeline. Can you tell us about some of those?
So traditionally, PSA or prostate-specific antigen has been used for screening. It's a blood test. It's not a great test, and that's been part of the controversy surrounding it. We more recently have been using imaging with MRI to help us figure out who needs further workup. One thing we're working at the Carbone Cancer Center is coming up with newer approaches, for example, urine-based tests. There are also newer imaging approaches using PSMA PET or other PET types of images. And then finally, coming up with ways of predicting how best to treat these cancers just based on blood tests. So a lot of research in this area. I think moving forward, we're going to be much more personalized in our approaches.
That urine test that you mentioned, and I know that for colorectal cancer there are certain types of tests that are similar, but this one, the urine test, why could that be a game changer? How could that help someone find something earlier?
Yeah, so potentially, the urine is pretty close to the prostate. It is a great biosource, and really, what we want to find are the cancers that are going to be more aggressive, that are going to be something that affects men during their lifetime, and sort of ignore the other ones. And really, coming up with a urine-based strategy is something very novel.
Yeah, and we here at Fox 47, we have this month-long fundraiser where people can pitch in if they are able to, and the money will help a lot of people. Why should people, if they are able, donate to this cause?
So, we're all in this together. Whether you're a male or female, you're going to be potentially have someone who's involved with this. So, the Carbone is coming up with newer strategies. The NIH or these institutions will actually fund research, but it's usually stuff we already know about. These kinds of funds allow us to sort of be a little more innovative, coming up with thinking out of the box, and those are really the sort of the high risk, high reward approaches to coming up with new strategies for detection and treatment.
Very good. Thank you for being on with us. And if you'd like to learn more, there's a QR code that you can hit. There we go. No, it has a little cartoon of me with a beard. Just scan that. It'll take you to where you need to go. If you are able to donate any little bit, every little bit helps. And we thank you for helping us with that. And yeah, I've got some work to do.
Yeah,
so
as do I. So.
We can have a competition. Should we check back in later this month?
All right, you're on. You're on.
Thank you very much.